Hello chess lovers, Soren here, and in today's video I want to share with you a sharp and entertaining game played between the 8th World Chess Champion Mikhail and Soviet chess grandmaster David Bronstein. This game is from their 1966 training match which took place in Moscow. Both players celebrated one victory, the other 3 games ended in a draw. With this being said, now we can go through the game. So, in this game Tal is on the white side and he opened up with e4, to which Bronstein answered with c6. Caro-Kann defense is on the board, against which Tal goes for Breyer variation. His intention is to meet d5 with knight d2, but in the game we see e5, and very quickly the players deviated from the main theoretical battle. Like with something similar to King's Gambit formation, right? d5, and this already looks to be a Folkbear counter gambit, but of course we have pawns on d3 and c6, and these are different positions. Knight takes e5, queen h4 check, g3, queen e7, d4, thus white is leaving black with a passed pawn on e4. In case of d takes e4, f6 can follow. In the game we see d4 and knight h6, bishop c4, bishop e6 and d5. Already Tal reveals his aggressive intentions. Well, he could also castle kingside, play c3, strengthen the center, or just play knight c3 and then d5, but we see d5 straight away. C takes d5, bishop takes d5, f6, knight c4, knight c6, and knight e3. Well, if here, then just queen takes e6, and then black can strengthen the pawn on e4 with f5. In the game we see knight e3 and rook d8, although at this point castling queenside is pretty much playable. We have rook d8, c4, queen f7, black is freeing the dark squared bishop's diagonal, and knight c3. Seems like that after this move already black is gaining advantage. Stockfish suggests queen a4, attacking the knight on c6 and unpinning the bishop. If queen d7, then knight c3, and if bishop c5, then you can go for knight takes e4. And this is a variation which leads to quick simplifications, and we have an equality on the board. Instead, in the game we see knight c3, and now let's see what's the problem with it. There followed bishop c5, knight takes e4, bishop d4, f5. Interesting, right? f5 is on the board, and in here black just won the bishop on d5 and then the pawn on f5. Black is just doing great, and there are serious problems in white's camp to solve. This bishop is not allowing white king to castle, while black king is one step away from castling, and yes, it's not that clear where is white going to find a shelter for his king. Queen g4, knight d6, and after an exchange on d6, Tal announced a check from c8. As always, Tal plays aggressively and want to target opponent's king at all costs, but Bronstein's king is in safety, and the one who should worry is Mikhail Tal. Knight e5, rook c1, knight d3 check, king d2, and the rook on c1 drops. Knight d5, double check, king e6, the safest square for black king. In case of king e8, you're getting checkmated, and in case of king f8, again checkmate will follow, this time a few moves later. With bishop sacrifice you are luring away black rook, and then you are announcing a checkmate. In the game after knight d5 check we see king e6, so it turns out that the closer you are to the center, the safer your king is, right? Queen e7 check, king takes d5, black king reaches the 5th rank, and all this looks very crazy, right guys? Both players' kings are in the center, are getting hunted, but turns out that in this game the luck is on Bronstein's side. Rook takes c1 was made with a very beautiful move. Can you find Bronstein's next move? Ready? Here Bronstein played bishop e3 check. You can't win the bishop with your king because of queen takes c1. That's why Tal played bishop takes e3, and another beautiful move, the logical continuation of that bishop sacrifice, king c6, discover check. At the same time, Bronstein is tapping into a pin, king e1, but with his next move, he forced a resignation. That move is... ready? Here we go, queen takes c1, put an end to this entertaining battle. If bishop takes c1, then this time white queen is tapping into a pin, and victory is just a matter of moves. This is an elementary victory for black. That's why, yes, after a queen takes c1, resignation followed. From the start of the game, Tal threw all his anger at opponent's army, but Bronstein played very accurately, and the one who prevailed was he. This was a training game. There was nothing which could stop them. There was no psychological pressure. Although on the other hand, even at tournaments, their games are never boring. Even under pressure, their games are always full of sacrificial ideas. Feel free to share this game with your friends. And in the end, a simple chess puzzle where the task is to win with the black pieces. As usual, we'll wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in my next video.